who is responsible in writing a user story. Hi, this is Karen Fomafung, your Agile Evangelist, and welcome back to my channel. Very quickly, today we'll be talking about user stories. That's going to be our topic for today. We'll be discussing what exactly is a user story, and we will also be discussing who is responsible in writing our user story. That's going to be our focus of today. Well, before we get started, if this is your first time here, you are very welcome. Here we talk about agile project management, product development, the agile ways of working, the agile ways of living, focusing on Scrum. So you stay in sync with what we do here weekly basis. Please go ahead and turn on that subscription button and the notification bell so you will never miss out on any of our weekly content. I also want to remind you that our next and is the last but one training for 2022. It's gonna start on the 1st of November. So what are you still waiting for? You've procrastinated already enough. So it's time. Stop procrastinating. Jump into the boat and let's walk this beautiful agile path together, and we'll be so glad to be part of that wonderful success story of yours. Okay. And thank you so much. Now let's get started. What exactly is a user story? Well, I like you to see a user story as a part of the work items that will be in the product backlog. That is just one kind out of the numerous kinds of work items. It's just one of the different kinds of work items that will be in the product backlog to be executed by the team. In other words, a user story is the ask from the customer that the team members would transform into a working tested functionality, or into a tested working functionality. That is what a user story is. Now, I also like you to see it this way. I would ask that you see a user story as a placeholder for a conversation by the team members. You see, so this is the ask from the client, and it represents, so these items are written out, these asks are written out, and they represent a placeholder in the backlog to trigger conversation by the team members, so that they can use that work item as an opportunity to learn more about the work, to collaborate, gather insight on what this ask is really all about, get details about the specifications, collaborate throughout the process until they're able to transform that ask into a tested working functionality. That is what a user story is. Now, who is responsible in writing a user story? Well, I would say that it depends. The product owner, if you check the Scrum guide, it says that the product owner is accountable for the product backlog. However, anybody in the team can write a user story. Anybody, including the customers. If the customers understands how to craft a user story, it will even be better if they write their user stories, so that because they are the ones that will be in the shoes, so they are in their vision, they know what they want, for the most part, you see. So, but in most cases where the client doesn't understand how to write a good user story, through the process of elicitation, anyone in the team can write a user story. Developers, Scrum Master, product owner, you see, just about anybody can write a user story. However, it should be in collaboration. It's not a one-man show. It's not supposed to be a one-man show. It should be in collaboration. And before the work item gets to be executed, it has to be validated by the product owner, because the product owner is the voice of the customer. The product owner represents the customer, you see. So anybody can write a user story it's not, because most of the time when people come for interview and we ask, so who is responsible in writing user stories, they'll say, oh, it's the product owner. And in another case, we'll ask them if they are comfortable, Scrum Masters, if they are comfortable writing user stories, they'll say, oh no, it's the job of the PO. No, it's not the job of the PO. However, the PO remains accountable, but anyone should be capable of writing the user story, and it's done in collaboration. And it should be vetted by the PO before it gets into the sprint backlog. You see? So yes, that is what it is. And I hope this video was helpful. Before I log out for today, I just want to remind you, you all know that we offer fantastic training in Scrum Master. So if you're looking to become a certified Scrum Master, if you're looking to become a working Agile practitioner, you already have a certification, but you are struggling, you've been in the market for a while. If you are already working but struggling with your job, struggling to add value, being Agile Consulting can help you come out of that. Okay, reach out to us. Check the description box. You should get our contact information. Feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be glad to be part of your success story. I also want to remind you that our next and is the last but one training for 2022, it's gonna start on the 1st of November. So what are you still waiting for? You've procrastinated already enough. You've procrastinated enough. So it's time. Stop procrastinating. Jump into the boat and let's walk this beautiful Agile path together. And we'll be so glad to be part of that wonderful success story of yours. Okay. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you have any thoughts to share, questions, comments regarding this topic that we just discussed, please feel free to leverage the comment section, drop your thoughts, and we will be more than glad to hear from you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.